guys, today I'm trying something new. In the past few episodes, I've talked about Book of Boba and my predictions for them. And this time we're going to talk about a theory, or a what if, about what if Darth Vader grabbed Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. So I'm really excited to talk about this one because I've been thinking about it for a while. And before I continue, like, subscribe, comment, and comment down below what you thought of the video, and if you agree that these would be the results. So let me set the scene for you. Luke Skywalker has just cut off Darth Vader's hand, and he looks at his father, laying there weak, unable to move for fear of being killed by his son, and knows that if he does this, he'll turn to the dark side, and he can't do that. So he wheels on the Emperor and says, "I'm a Jedi like my father before me," throwing away his lightsaber. The Emperor looks at him, and this is what I think Darth Vader thinks at this time. I think he thinks, "What? My son spared me?" And he realizes that his son loves him. And though, yes, his son is a bit of a fool, his son still has a lot of empathy and is not going to kill him. And in this version of events, Darth Vader has already made up his mind that he cannot kill his son, and nothing will stand in the way of letting his son live, even if that means sacrificing his life. And as he gazes at his son, proclaiming that he is a Jedi, he realizes that at once he was a Jedi, and he would have done the same thing. And he looks at his son and realizes the similarities between him and Padme, his wife, the love of his life, someone who meant everything to him. And his son is the sole survivor, the one who can carry out the blood of Skywalker and Padme Amidala. And that's when the Emperor reacts to Luke's bold claim. And he says, "Then you must die," gazing upon the boy. The Emperor thinks to himself, the Skywalker bloodline carries in this boy, except he has a lot more of Padme in him. And Luke Skywalker looks at the Emperor defiantly. He knows that he cannot kill his father. And he realizes that this is the Jedi way, and that though the Emperor may kill him, at least he would not turn to the dark side, and that he cannot kill his father, and the only person standing in the way of him being killed is his father. He hopes his father will have mercy. He doesn't know. That's when arcing jets of electricity streak towards Luke Skywalker, blasting him with thousands of volts of electricity. The only thing that keeps him alive is will and the Force. He falls. The Emperor laughs. And he knows that this could be the end of him. Darth Vader is shocked, but he knows that this is what the Emperor does. And the Emperor looks at Luke mercilessly. And he thinks to himself, "Foolish boy." And he knows that Luke Skywalker will now die. And he believes that Darth Vader will not stand in his way. He considers himself to be unrivaled at this point, unable to be stopped. He has the Death Star under his control, the Rebel Alliance fleet is about to be destroyed, and he is killing the one person who could possibly stand in the way of his success. And though Darth Vader was weaker than a Sith that he would prefer, Darth Vader was like a dog, loyal to the very end. He would not stand in the way of his victory against Skywalker. But Skywalker called out for his father, "Help me, father, please." And as he was dying, being electrocuted, his father had a change of heart. He thought to himself, "I cannot let my own son die." He knew it. Right from the beginning of the duel, he would never have the heart to kill his own son. But now he really knew it. He had to save his son. He called upon the Force, grabbing Luke Skywalker's lightsaber with his one hand. Palpatine did not notice in his flurry of hate, rage, and power. Darth Vader gazed upon his master and his son a few more times, knowing what he had to do, but knowing that he had to strike at the right moment, right when Palpatine could not defend himself. Before Luke died, of course, but before Palpatine became too powerful to be stopped. He had to be at a point where he was too consumed by the dark side of the Force. Then he gazed upon his electrocuted son one last time. Luke writhed in pain. The shadow had moved closer to him now. And it was at this point that he realized that nothing he could do, no matter what he did, he could not defend himself against the Emperor. He was so much more powerful than he could have imagined, and the pain was so much worse than he could have imagined. But at least he was dying a Jedi. At least he was following the Jedi code. And the Emperor, well, he was overjoyed at getting to watch someone suffer in his psychotic way. He looked at Luke with no mercy, and Darth Vader was horrified. He knew that he had to kill the Emperor. Luke was not afraid of dying, however. And the Emperor could sense something was wrong, but he could not turn himself away from his victim. He knew, however, that his plan would be flawless. Darth Vader would never turn his back against him, and Luke Skywalker was nothing but a feeble, pitiful being that was writhing on the ground. He was in full control. The Rebel Alliance fleet would be destroyed quickly, and he would not have to put up with this feeble rebellion or any other problems in the galaxy ever again. But Darth Vader, he was no longer Darth Vader. He was Anakin Skywalker. And he knew what he had to do. Whether he would die doing it, it was the Jedi way. He ignited the green lightsaber and slashed off the Emperor's hands before stabbing him straight through the chest. The Emperor let out a scream, and he sank to the ground. His body was not lifeless. No, he was still alive. But he had moments to cling on life. And as this happened, he realized that his loyalist follower, Darth Vader, had struck him down for love for his son. And he realized that he had been betrayed. And he hated Vader for it. Vader picked up his body and brought him towards the shaft. Vader knew that he had been redeemed, possibly. He knew that he had done the right thing. As he threw him down the shaft, the Emperor still tried to scream, but nothing came out. He didn't have the strength inside to do it. Darth Vader gazed upon his falling master. He was not sad. He just knew that this is what he had to do to save his son. And he knew that maybe he could be redeemed by the light side of the Force. Now, he had done so many horrible things in his lifetime. He felt himself get very tired. But his suit was not failing. He was not about to die. Rather, he was just injured, weakened. The drain of the day, he thought to himself. Luke rushed over to his side, concerned about his father. His father had saved his life. His father told him, "I will be okay, son. This will not be the day I die." And Luke said, "You saved me, father. You killed him." And Darth Vader said, "Luke, listen to me. I want to become a Jedi. I did not save you. You saved me." And Luke asked him, "Are you all right?" And he said yes, as he rose to his feet. He informed him that he sensed that the Death Star was going to explode, and that they had to leave this place. And he asked his son for forgiveness. And Luke replied with, "I will forgive you, father, but the rest of the galaxy might not. And Darth Vader said, "Luke, I must tell you something. The Emperor is not dead." And Luke was shocked and said, "No, he has to be." But Darth Vader told him that there was a place called Exegol, which the Emperor would be. He has survived, and he explained to Luke how he does not know how, but he knows he had. He had seen his facilities, and he knew that the Emperor would survive. The Emperor always had a backup plan. He was cunning and intelligent. He had seen the way he plotted, and he told Luke that they had to get off the Death Star now if they were to survive. They boarded the Imperial shuttle together, and Luke said, "What will we tell the Rebel Alliance?" And Darth Vader said, "I fear that the Rebel Alliance will kill me if I go there." Luke Skywalker asked Darth Vader, "What will I tell Han and Leia?" Darth Vader didn't answer him. He only looked at him. He knew who Han and Leia were, but he had forgotten that Luke would have had attachment to them. As the Imperial shuttle took off, Darth Vader informed him about how Exegol was deep in the unknown regions and that it would be very difficult to get to. Luke asked, How is he still alive?" And Darth Vader told him he used an ancient technique that only the smartest of Sith would use. Palpatine was a great Sith, and he could manipulate anyone. He was wise and cunning like his master, Darth Plagueis. And though he only saw Exegol once, he was convinced that the Emperor was alive. And as they took off, Luke sent out a holo message to Han and Leia, explaining what had happened, and explaining that he was going with Darth Vader to find the Emperor and kill him once and for all. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and comment down below if you want me to do a sequel to this, where Luke and Vader go and confront the Emperor once and for all. And I'm not sure if I could do their kind of story in just one video, so maybe it would be 2 videos, but comment down below if you want me to continue this story, and I hope you really enjoyed this one. I felt really inspired to do this one because I thought it would be an interesting concept, and I wanted to steer away from the Book of Boba Fett because it's really good, but I want to include some other stuff on this channel. And I really hope you enjoyed this one, and of course, may the Force be with you.